All right. Quick warning: I'm sitting in a different position to take pressure off the leg that was hanging down. This couch. Another problem with this couch is that it's just not very deep. Um, so like when you're sitting to the side the way I am, like the way the TV is positioned, if you were sitting on the couch like regular the way you sit on a couch just facing forward, you'd have to turn your head to the right literally 90 degrees to look at the TV. And I get the way I get why they got it set up that way, so you can lay at the other end and lounge back and watch a show. And it actually works for that, like when I'm watching movies and shit. Works fine. But when I'm playing a game, I want to sit kind of closer to it because for one, my eyes suck, and also I'm just yeah. Um, but it's a good thing that I got curious because I bumped the microphone, or not the microphone, but what it's the table that it's connected to when I was moving my leg, and I did a quick 3 second test recording, and when I checked it out, it was nothing but static. So I'm glad that I thought to test if bumping it would. Like I really need to figure out this microphone situation. Like it's annoying to have it set up like this. It's annoying that I can't move it. It's annoying that if it gets bumped, for the PS4 at least, it doesn't seem too bad because usually, not always, but usually when it gets bumped and it disconnects, it gives a pop up saying headset disconnected, and then when it reconnects, it brings up that little menu saying who is using this device or whatever. Um, and then usually when it does that, if like I was in the middle of a recording when it does that, I it does the static. So it's not too bad, but I still need to figure something out. Either um, I am using the same cord I've been using on it for a long time because the way I have it set up, it um uh um the cord is kind of like taped along with the um, microphone, so it's been using the same cord. So maybe trying a different cord might be less loose, but I don't think that's it because it's had this problem in the past. I remember it had it back when I played Subnautica, um, and one of the episodes was messed up. Um, and I'm pretty sure I was playing that on PC. Didn't I do a Subnautica playthrough on? Didn't I start one on PC and then like when my PC was still working, and then stop, and then like I got the game again on PS4 and did a full playthrough. I think that's what happened. Um, or I don't know if I recorded my actual playthrough. I don't know. I know I recorded Below Zero. Uh, but it did it even back then. So I think that the actual hole is loose from years of using it. So I don't think having like a new plug is going to help. My headset has a microphone on it, but the quality isn't very good. Like if you remember back when I first discovered that my PS4 could do 60-minute recordings, which I'm still not sure why it can do that because I know for a fact that years ago, after my PC died, um, a couple years, like years, like probably about 3 or 4 years ago, I know for a fact that I messed around with it to see if I could record stuff on the console, and it was limited to 15-minute recordings, and I had briefly considered doing 15-minute recordings and then editing them together. Um, Uh, but at the time, I didn't know that the PS4 had its own editing software, that Share Factory thing. So I figured it would be pointless anyway since I didn't have a computer to edit on. Um, but I know for a fact, and I think that was on my original PS4. And then when I got my PS4 Pro, so it may be the Pro that's able to record 60-minute videos, and maybe the original is only able to record 15-minute, or they at some point did a update that allowed it to do 60-minute recordings. I just know with utter certainty that at some point in the past I checked the limit to how long recordings could be, and it was 15 minutes. So I don't know. But anyway, let's see what's going on in here. Mina, I've dealt with her. Comes to dangerous cargo, heavy machinery, or has no other models rivals. They keep their calm demeanor, show exemplary teamwork, despite their hulking bodies underneath the face shields is standard. Generation 3 cranial construction can be found making maintenance and social interfacing easy. Please note that the minor unit neural pattern is not suited for combat use. For combat applications, the Saper variant should be used, which employs a combat-capable persona in the same frame. Okay. Now, I wonder if the one that I fought was the Saper or the Mina. Because, like, obviously it was combat capable, so it may have been the Saper version, but it could have been a meaner one that a Mina, whatever, however you want to pronounce it, that had went crazy. Because that was the first boss battle, and it does feel like it would have been more difficult if it was a combat ready one. Like it was only able to, like, you know, attack in pretty simple patterns. So it may have been a Mina that just went crazy. What the fuck? The fuck am I doing? Like, it seems like I gotta get it over here. But that ain't it. Oh, maybe it's... Hold on. Well, shit. Now I can't get it back over there. Oh, wait. I see how I can. I have to go around. There's an item up there that I didn't see originally. Pick up the astrolabe. Okay. I do need to repair. Replica known issues. The Colibri, great care should be given to Colibris. Their neural patterns are very unstable, and their bioresonance modules make them very susceptible to influence from others. Like most bioresonant individuals, Colibris will often subconsciously create an emotional feedback loop, imitating and then broadcasting the emotions of those around them, acting as a sort of amplifier. While they are trained to recognize and disengage this behavior, already unstable units can sometimes spiral into persona degradation due to their bioresonance connection neural pattern. Development in Colibris varies less than in other models. The constant exchange of memories and emotions between units as a cadre acts as a safety net that buffers extreme changes. However, once a majority of units in a cadre degrade, they will drag remaining units. You know, I've seen that word cadre before. I've seen it written before, and I know what it means. I've never heard it, like, pronounced. So I don't know if it's cadre or cadre. A group. They will drag the remaining units down with them because it's important to decommission Colibri units instantly when they begin to degrade. For persona stabilization, Colibri should have access to a well-stocked library. So yeah, those are definitely the ones that are doing that thing. Who are you? You're not one of our staff. The others, they've changed. We no longer sing in unison. I used to be able to see into their minds. We were as one. Together we guided them all. But now I can't understand their thoughts anymore. I've never been so alone before. They're still together and I'm here outside and they won't let me in. I cannot stand their song anymore. This is the only place where I don't have to hear them. This is the only place I'm safe. I can't go on like this. I wish I had become like the others too. At least then I wouldn't be alone. I hate this. That's sad. That actually, so yeah, that the Calibris are definitely the ones that you gotta tune the frequency and everything. Um, that reminds me a lot of um, Penumbra 3. I can't remember what it was called. I remember Penumbra 1 was Penumbra Overture, and then Black Plague or something. I can't remember what number 3 was called. I'm gonna look that up because that'll annoy me if I don't check. Requiem. Okay. Which um I don't know. Penumbra 3 was kind of weird. Um it may not have been Penumbra 3. It may have been the Penumbra games kind of blend together because it's been like a million years since I played them. The one thing I remember is that Penumbra 3 uh felt like it deviated a little in that uh it felt kind of like it was inspired a little by Portal, in the way that it presented like its puzzles and like I don't know, it just felt kind of like a departure. I can't. So it may have been the second Penumbra game. I can't remember, but I remember there was like one of the aliens' hive mind things were like stuck inside your head, and he was using you to get back to his hive mind. He wanted to go back because like this, he hated being alone like this. And I remember there was like kind of a twist where when he finally got back, they wouldn't accept him because his time away had given him too much of an individual personality, and so he couldn't be part of the hive mind again. The Penumbra games were good. Like, I know that it wasn't until Amnesia that Frictional really took off, and I think a large part of that, like, I think it can't be understated that I think the two things that really like factored into that was obviously YouTube. Like, Amnesia was kind of the go-to game for YouTubers to react to, so that kind of skyrocketed it. And then I think that alone would have given it a lot of success. But then the custom stories, and then obviously YouTubers reacting, playing those, gave the game a lot of longevity. And I think that, and probably a lot of extra sales. There's probably people that bought the game. In fact, I know for a fact there's people that bought the game specifically to make custom stories, because I did. Because I don't really uh, give a shit about admitting this, because it was like 15 years ago, so the statute of limitations is run out, so it's not like anyone could do anything about it. But years ago, I pirated the original Amnesia on like the same PC that I had played. I bought Penumbra. I bought those games, but my PC couldn't run Amnesia, and I was so desperate to play that game that I actually played through it. I played through the entire game at the lowest resolution at like maybe 15 to 20 frames per second. And in a way that actually kind of made it scarier. Like, that enhanced the fear in a way. Like like obviously nowadays that would just be frustrating, because like, as a gamer I've become attuned to higher frame rates and stuff. But back then I was more willing to put up with bad frame rates. There were a lot of games that I played back in the day, And I'll admit that I pirated a lot of them because I didn't have any fucking money. Didn't I was a fucking stupid teenager. But like I said, statute of limitations was run out on that. Not that I think that the one person watching this would report me, um, but like, you know, when I got my gaming PC, I did buy Amnesia, and I didn't touch the actual game because I had already played it, and even like, yeah, maybe I could have like replayed it for to like to be able to play it at like the better resolution and stuff, but like I had already like watched a lot of YouTubers play it after I played it. Um, so I did buy it specifically to make a custom story, and there's probably other people that like watched YouTubers play it and then decided to buy it to make a custom story, and maybe wouldn't have bought it. Because like there is like always been an ongoing debate about the effect that YouTubers have on a game sale, and it's the debate is kind of dead because it's been proven time and time again that they have a positive impact. Tons of developers have come out and said that their sales skyrocketed after a major YouTuber played their game. So that's just a fact that it does have a positive impact. Um, even in like linear like story driven games, where you'd think it wouldn't have an impact because like your experience would be the exact same, it's still like a lot of developers have come out and said that, and it's really mainly the AAA developers that were kind of like throwing a stink. And I do remember back in the day, I can't off the top of my head remember any specific names, but I do remember a couple indie devs throwing a hissy fit. I think the guy who made Fez, but he was a fucking cockhead anyway. He's such a fucking douchebag. I cannot stand that fucking guy. He was such he was such a huffing his own farts douchebag. He thought and the funny thing is he thought his game was so original. Like he constantly said how original his game was when it fucking wasn't. Fucking Paper Mario did the same thing. Not the first Paper Mario. I think it was either Thousand Year Door or Super Paper Mario did the thing where you could rotate, like it was a 2D game, but you could rotate and go like into like back areas. And so it's like, no, your game is not original. Go fuck yourself. Um, and even if it was like, get your fucking head out of your ass. But I can't remember. It may have been him, but I know there were some indie devs that were like throwing hissy fits about YouTubers, um, and saying that they were basically stealing the content and yada yada yada. But whatever. That luckily that debate has kind of settled itself down. Now what am I doing? Eagle key. Okay. Strange clockwork-like dial mechanism with astronomical symbols on the front. Looks like it might slot into a bigger machine. Oh, am I gonna have to do something with this and like remember like what was in that room? Whatever. Let's go to wherever the eagle door is. Oh yeah, it's up there in the Adler room. All right. Oh, that one's getting up too. Great. Oh, you too. All the friends are getting up. All the single ladies. All the single ladies. I don't know any more of that song because I've never actually heard it. I just know it from... I don't know what the song is. I just know that line has been used in like memes and shit. Versatile combat engineer unit, primarily designed for orbital service. These tough and stoic loners are best suited as special sappers and scouts. Their technical knowledge and combat capabilities make these units true survivalists. especially when their iconic white and blue heavy combat configuration, which sports bullet-resistant armor, blading, and their chest and forearms. Since the original neural pilots for this unit was lost with the destruction of a central neural archive in Veneta, new LSTR units have been produced based on a decommissioned unit from Penrose program. Okay. Oh. Okay. Alright, what do you want me to do here? I gotta be honest with you. I don't know what you want me to do here. I know that that planet was near its little star. But I don't understand what else would happen because they rotate. So I don't know what you want from me. I mean, I could go back to the room that had the planets on it. Adler's Diary. I've been fascinated by a peculiar piece of furniture I discovered in storage. A strange box with a removable dial in front that was confiscated from a worker some time ago. I was instantly drawn to it, though I'm not quite sure why. When I put my ear to the mechanism, I can hear it faintly clicking like a clock. Without Calibri's help, it has been much harder to coordinate the logistics cadre. If there's anything good to say about that woman, it's how she knows how to make others respect her orders. Despite her minuscule stature, I want to see her today, but the room was still locked. I had a dream tonight, another memory of my Gestalt life, I believe. So this guy, he recognizes that his dreams are memories of the Gestalts. Okay, so maybe in near the Gestalts were the names of the people, which, another spoiler for the game, fast forward like a minute if you plan on playing it. The weird enemies that you've been fighting throughout the game, you find out that those are actually the souls of the people that were, or might not have been their souls, might have been just them, but had been corrupted by the infection, and so yeah. I was wearing my uniform. There was a young woman. Her hair was white as snow, and I was conducting some sort of test. I had a deck of cards with astronomical symbols on them. I asked her to guess the planet of the card I was holding. I was playing with that mechanical lockbox again, of which I am now sure is some kind of astronomical calendar, when I suddenly remembered a conversation I had with another replica when I was inspecting the mining site. However, it was clearly a model I have never seen before, some type of engineer with an orange chest piece. In my memory, she was just another member of our staff, but no such replica is ever stationed here. Replica memory is not the most reliable, they say, but never before have I experienced such a strange phenomenon. The little enigma of that box could only distract me from the chaos around me for so long. All the box contained was a small notebook, of which all pages turned out to be blank. It has been miserable since our beloved commander has fallen ill. I long for her stern guidance, that overwhelming authority in which she bathes the room. More sick, making my work even harder. How are we meant to shoulder this workload with no reinforcements? My only consolation is that our protector staff decreases, so does the workforce we oversee. While more and more replica end up in the hospital wing, Gestalt workers seem to succumb much too fast for any attempt at treatment. Another diary filled for no benefit but my own satisfaction. I've not ordered a new one yet since I spent my saved ration marks on that marvelous looking fountain pen, but I guess I'll make use of that notebook. So, like I said, I know that this planet had a little moon thing next to it. That's why I wanted to put it there. Yeah, I'm just trying to brute force this because I am not sure what they want from me. Like, maybe if I went back and looked at the planets again, there'd be something I'd realized about them. But I honestly, I don't know. Because like I said, they were rotating, so I don't know what they would accomplish, like what I would accomplish by being able to look at them. Like I said, that the top one I want to think goes up there because it was connected to the it was that gas giant at the edge, and then it was connected to the that one city, or that one place where it said that something or other is stationed. Halfway through. If I was near the end, I would just end the thing and go watch the recording of me checking out that space. How far away is the... It's all the way down there. Alright. Hey, what do I have anything else in my... No, I don't. Alright, I guess I'll go. See, like, that one I know I want to be so sure would go there because it's next to that star. You know what I'm saying? But everything else is rotating, so I don't know where it would go. Where are we showing rotating view of... Always showing rotating view of the current relative positions of the outer worlds in the solar system. Right. Kitties. I remember looking up the kitties. Or looking at the looking up the poster and making jokes about befriending them. The Imperial fleet can only hold it. So we're not the Imperials. That's weird because like the way this is set up, it seems like we would be like the Imperials or whatever. Bullion home to the Imperial Palace, floating above the poisonous clouds. Just give me a second, I need to check something. clickies on one of the games that I'm doing for swag bucks, which kind of at the limit of that. Like, I've done like every decent offer that swag bucks has, so now I just grab up scraps whenever they get added, like something new. But most of the stuff that gets added is stuff that had been added and then taken off the list in the past, and you can only do an offer for a game if it's a game you've never played before. So even if a new offer shows up for the same game, I can't do it. So I can only do ones that are like, yeah. We need to. Okay, so the other weird thing is that there's only 3 of the uh, things on the thing, and I know one of them is this, and then maybe the one that looks like a pause sign is these 2, since they seem to rotate by themselves. Oh, you know what? Maybe I have to go back and uh, look at the posters and see like what uh, I don't know. Or maybe like I'm thinking it over. Like, part of me is like thinking over the puzzle, and another part of me is just kind of stalling for time to run out. Oh, because originally I wanted time to run out so that I could go look over my footage and look at this, but now I want time to run out so I can go look over my footage and look at, which would be fucking annoying because I'd have to search through the footage to find it. But like all the parts where I looked at those posters, I swear to God, if that's what it is, and there's like clues in the posters. Or get my camera. That did not work because for some reason the flash came on, even though it didn't need to. But this is a shot in the dark, and if this doesn't work, what I'll do is I'll just end the episode early and go look over my footage. Because another reason I don't want to run around trying to look at the posters again is I'll end up wasting ammo and health and stuff from getting hit. Okay, here we go. All right. I'm gonna make a shot in the dark here. And what it is the star, which I can't rotate, is at the top, and that's why I kept trying to put the first planet up near the star, because I thought like that's where it would go, because I remember there being a planet next to the star. But maybe the star represents its own planet in and of itself, and I'm supposed to um these 3, because yeah, the rot front one would be the big one, and then the Veneta and Kitties would be the pause sign, and then Bouillon would be the little one. Um, I'm thinking maybe I took a picture of the way the map was laid out when the star was at the top, and if Heimat doesn't count as one of the things in the rotation, like if Heimat is like counts as where the star is, then maybe I need to put them in the position that they're in when it's at the top. Like I said, that's kind of a shot in the dark. No! Fuck you. It's a shot in the dark, but, fuck, I went to the wrong goddamn... Oh, there's one of them. Okay, Rot Front. Okay, so that's got a thing in the top left. So that could be... That could mean that one of them goes in top left position. I don't know. But like I said, I don't want to... I mean, I guess I could use this to get up to the save point and then go look for the posters and then just load my save if I take damage. Fuck you. Okay, so like I said, I kept this one here when I was trying these all out, because I was thinking that like there was a planet next to the star, and so that would mean it was there. But maybe the star represents that planet, and then I just have to do the other ones. So when the star was at the top, the pause symbol was like here, and this was here, and this is here. Holy shit! Shrine Diary. I've started yet another diary. How time flies. The work is dull and monotonous as ever on Sierpinski, but a bright light. I'm really glad that I almost didn't do it because I thought, no, that can't be it. It has to have something like, because like the posters seem so unique, and the fact that you can like examine them and see them close up, I was like thinking, okay, there has to be a point to the posters, and I guess this is what it is. I have to go re-examine them. And so when that idea popped into my head to like look at the position of the planets when the star was at the top, I almost didn't do it because like I was thinking like I was kind of one track minding. Like I actually, that's an issue I've always had with puzzles in games, where if I think there's a specific way I'm supposed to solve it, like if there's something I need to do, I tend to hyper focus on trying to do that, and I keep thinking that like the reason I'm failing is that I'm not doing what I'm trying to do correctly, rather than entertaining the thought that what I need to do is just something else entirely. That's a mistake I tend to make a lot when I play puzzle games. Work's dull monotonous as ever, but a bright light illuminates my day. Today I was invited to a meeting by Commander Falk. She was a Okay, wait a minute. In your last diary, and the one that was that was on the table, you were talking about her being sick. So this was before that. But oh, you know what I think probably happened? At the end of that one, he mentioned that when he opened it, it had a book in it that was empty. Maybe what he did was he took a diary he had already filled and put it in, and then took that book out, and is currently using that one. I don't know. Another day passes. During my meeting with Commander Day, I felt the strangest sensation of familiarity as I sat with her. Sadly, our meeting was interrupted by an unexpected power outage. I've been feeling strangely paranoid these days. Never before have I felt so strongly the sensation of deja vu as I have these past few days. When I checked the pages of my diary today, I noticed that for some inexplicable reason, I seem to have dated my previous entries with today's date. What an embarrassing mistake. He's doing that to all of them. Every day feels a bit like I've lived it before, and even stronger is the sensation that something is somehow just slightly out of place. Why is my diary filled with entries I cannot recall writing? Why are they all dated today? Has the loss of my beloved commander finally gotten to my mind? Am I going insane? I fear what will happen to me if anyone finds out. I am alone in this. If they discover my notes, I'll be decommissioned too. Okay, so maybe this is the one that he found. And he's just going crazy. Something's wrong, I can feel it. Is this really madness? When I read the pages of my diary, I recall events that never happened. Yesterday that never was, yet it feels as real as the one I actually experienced. This cannot merely be a defect of my mind. It feels as though in this room I peer into another version of reality. How? I do not know. Perhaps I too have become sick like the others without realizing, but I will not succumb. A slow accumulation of reproduction errors, gradual corruption of information, a story misremembered, slowly morphing with each retelling, like genetic material mutating and evolving, like the replica mind, copied over and over from an aging template. I do not know, but I will find out. The answers lie below. I can feel it. Someone or something calls me there, in the mind. Oh boy. The mine. Now the mine is yeah, I think the mine shaft might be the only place I haven't been. So been everywhere else. Yeah. I mean, here and there there's items that I haven't gotten, but yeah, and then anything above B5, um, everything above B5 is the other half of the other section of the game that I played. Although there's a that's weird. There's no door to get into surgery, and it comes from there. So I wonder if like I'm going to come back at some point. Oh, surgery is 2 levels. Why is surgery 2 levels? It's been forever since I played. I don't know. Anyway, I think that going to the mine shaft access is what I need to do. Although, where am I currently? I'm here. I'm torn because... Oh no, I can just go here and... Okay. Well, I was gonna say I'm torn because I wanna get like a save, but okay, what? How much? Okay, there's 11 minutes left. I'm having a thought. All right. And this thought I'm having is that uh, I'm worried that when I go into the administrator thing and I go into the mine shaft, it's gonna be like a one-way ticket, kind of like when I got to this section of the game after that boss, and it's gonna cut me off of um, the items that I haven't gotten yet. And there's a decent chunk of items I haven't gotten. None of them like super important, but like some healing items, some ammo, some stun rods, and so I'm thinking of off camera, because this would just be boring to watch. Um, Saving my game and doing like a full sweep of these 4 floors. I'll put most of my stuff away. Like I'll keep the flashlight because I'll need it for a few rooms, but I'll put like the shotgun and the key, um, and maybe even the repair spray. Do I have? I don't have any spray that does only a little. Oh, that automatically activates. Huh. Anyway, so that's what I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna end this episode a little early, and then I'm going to put most of my stuff in the box and just do a sweep of the area. I'll probably take a little damage as I go, but I've got 3 of those and 3 of those, so I should. And there's still some health here and there that I haven't picked up, I think. So, like, I know for a fact that in that surgery room there's one of these injectors. Um, and that will get me all the items that I haven't gotten. And then once I've done that full clean sweep, I will start up the next episode. And if anything happens or I discover anything that I missed, I will let you know when the next episode starts. Thank you for watching.